if you're a parent and you're trying to get into the real estate space and you're trying to figure out what is the best strategies to jump into real estate, because you're seeing people throwing out different ways of doing it, back rooms, student accommodation, Airbnb, and they're all screaming, we can make money, we can make money. My good friends, I wrote a book called Top 10 Property Strategies That Work in South Africa. However, I am going to give you 3 others that are not in this book here. So I wrote this book not so long ago, and it's available on our website. You can grab it, and sometimes, actually, we have a competition that's running where you can actually stand to win this book as well, and it could be delivered to you. But today, I want to speak to you, my good friends, who are you kind of like on the fence. You're like, okay, what are the strategies that I need to do? I'm going to give you around about 3 of them so that you can be able to move ahead and to make money. It is a Saturday, and as a Saturday, we try to help each other, and we give different scenarios. We look at behind the deal, and today we are going to look at behind the individual, right? No, not that behind, but yes, the back story of the individual. Don't stay focus. No behinds looking at the big butts, right? But it is in the big butts where we always get stuck. We say, but I don't have, but this, but that. So let's not look today. I want to help you not to look at the big buts, right? Is that okay? And I'll give you around about three property strategies that we can get to. If we are meeting for the first time, my name is TJ, your host, and I'm a former banker and founder here at the TJ Tribe. And I do business with a focus in student accommodation, flips, which is buy and sell, and coaching, with the hope that all of us, as young, upcoming modern parents, we can be able to have passive income from real estate. Welcome to the channel. So let's jump onto it. I'm going to make an assumption that you are one of those families where you're husband and wife, and even if you're just adulting by yourself, just follow through the process and utilize what I'm going to say for yourself, and obviously look at your circumstances. You're potentially earning 50,000. Here at the TJ Tribe, we always talk about the individual who's earning 50,000. If you're earning 20, so you just follow the same process. You're earning 20. If you're earning 100, follow the same process, right? So we'll make an assumption that we are making around about 50 grand per month. And we've got some savings of plus minus 300,000 in the bond. And the truth is that you are sitting on what I call a launch pad, right? You're about to make money and you just don't know it. But I want to say that, you remember I spoke about the bats, the big bats? I want to say this. Many parents will say, but I can't use this because it's my money for X. Or they'll go, but, I've tried to do this real estate thing. I've gone to some conferences, I've gone for some teaching, but they're coming back home after a long day of work, and they are too tired. They are too busy during the weekend sorting out the families and so on. And the biggest but is we are waiting for the perfect time. But TJ, there is no perfect time yet. Now, my good friends, I want to say to you, if you are waiting for the right time, there is no right time. You may be thinking you're going to do this after your kids have left, after you've paid off the house, after you've paid off the car, well, I want to stress that this video today is potentially a wake-up call. You are not stuck. You are equipped. I'm going to show you how today. Grab a pen and paper, and there's going to be another masterclass again, right? Maybe let's just pray. Let me help you out. I'm going to pray for you. Lord of God, open their ears, open up their ears, their eyes, so that they can see differently in Jesus' name. Amen. Right. Now, in the Bible, I want to start off by saying, in the Bible is very clear about, for some of us who are faith, right? So if you are new to this thing about faith, welcome. And if you didn't know that I speak about my faith here, welcome. We do that. And I want to say to you that in the Bible, it's very clear about what it talks about a man. And the man here is not the man with the organ man, right? No. It is us, both men and women. It says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And many of us, we are looking at inheritances that we can leave for our children. Well, that's not the mandate. The mandate is, well, you can leave for your children, but this is for your children's children. So what does that mean? Does that just mean money? Is that the good inheritance? No, actually no. I tend to differ because inheritance is quite wide. Right, it's a wide array of things that we can do, but obviously here at the TJ Tribe we are zoning in on a number of things, and today I just want to show you a different side of what you should be doing. I want to say that a good inheritance means mindset. So what kind of mindset are you wanting to leave the other generation to think about what grandpa or grandma was? What kind of habits are you wanting to leave behind, right? So if you've got these big butts that we're talking about and you're now just living in your habits the way you've been living, then they're going to create a certain outcome, which is potentially what you're not wanting to leave behind. So how best can we change those habits? And the other one is the strategies. I think the common strategy that we have is that we have the strategy of go to work, get good grades, and we're still imposing that on our kids, and go to work, and by 65 or so retire, and that's it. But actually I learned not so long ago that within the Bible there are not so many people that retired. They work throughout, right? So I am of the view that God gives us resources. If you're writing notes, just take the first thing there. I believe that God gives us resources. What resources? TJ, I'm just employed. I'm just earning 50 grand and I'm just doing the right thing and pay off my bond. Well, the resources that you have here is your salary. Your salary is a huge resource. You got a bond, again, that's also a huge resource. So you are not just to survive, but your mandate is to multiply. I'm going to say that again. Your mandate is to multiply. Now it is time to activate what's already on your hands. Earning 50,000, you can borrow some money. You got plus or minus 300,000 in the bank account, whatever it is, whether it's in your bond or whatever. So how can you do it? Like I did say, I've got this book here that I wrote, which is the top 10 strategies, but I'm going to give you other strategies that are not in this book. Strategy number one is, I am going to assume a very Tsepo and his wife somewhere. Noms, the wife somewhere. And I'm going to say to you that I know that lots of us, we come from a township background. We all stayed in a township somewhere. And I want to start off by introducing this strategy. It's not my best strategy. I don't like it. But I am not ignoring what we already have. So I'm going to start by saying to you, the backroom strategy is a Kickstarter. TJ, we're talking about backrooms again. Yes, because you already have it. Many of you either have an inheritance, or either you're staying in a house somewhere where you can deploy the backroom strategy. So use what you've got. Now I'm going to say this. Backrooms, they're not sexy. They are not my preferred. You all know it's not my preferred route, but they are simple. How are they simple? You can use 200. We did say that Tsepo has 200 to 300. So you can use the 200, 300 to build maybe 2 to 3 rooms behind your current house or where you're coming from, whether it's your parents or whatever it is. And you can rent out each for around about 2,500. I've seen all the way to 5,000. And my good friends, that's new income, extra income that you didn't have before. Now, why am I talking about back rooms when I don't like them? You don't have to do what I do because I'm a different space of growth. When I started off, I had a few back rooms. When I started off, there's a whole lot of other properties that I've now sold that I didn't like, but they were bringing in the cash. They taught me a lot of things. Okay? So, the pro tip I'm going to give you here, my good friends, is that you need to start off with your back rooms. It's a easy entry, but also you need to be checking out who is your tenant. So target working professionals, right? Are you close to somewhere where they can work? Target students. Keep it clean, safe, and compliant. That's it, right? One of my good teachers, Dave Ramsey, says that live like no one else today, okay? So that you can live like no one else later or tomorrow. I think that is so cool, right? I have taken sacrifice for about 2.5 years or so. Just nothing. We had no car upgraded our household, stayed in the same house that we were in. We didn't go on holidays. We canceled our DSTV. There's lots of things that we cut back, right? But that was our growing time. We invested heavily. And my wife stopped working. I stopped working. Well, formally employed. And now we are unemployable. So my good friends, we've got all these businesses that we've got. Not just, they didn't fall from nowhere. We just didn't pray about it and they became here. No, we worked hard in it. We're still working hard in it. Okay. Today is actually a Saturday and this video is coming out to you, but I also want to say to you that I am still working on Saturdays. So Saturday is still a working day for me. Some of you, you take Saturday and Sunday as like, whatever, we're going to go out, for me, it's not. I'm generating money because I want to be living like no one else later in my life. Not later, but in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years. It's a big change that I'm building here. Right, strategy number 2, I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite strategies, which is called the BRRRR strategy. And the BRRRR strategy goes something like this. You buy, you renovate, you rent, you refinance, you repeat. Hence the BRRRR. So it's the B, the R, the R, the R, and the R. Does it make sense? You buy, you renovate, you rent, you refinance, you repeat. I have done this many, many times. Now, why do you want to understand this BRRRR strategy? Now, if you got access to 300,000, as an example, don't just spend it. Learn to recycle it over a period of time. I think the problem here is that we always want stuff to happen now, and we want to see the results now. Be patient. Be patient. What you need to be doing here is to figure out if you're doing this BRRRR strategy, it'll come with a 3 months to 6 or 9 month strategy on a timeline that looks like this. Maybe it's about buying a distressed flat, okay, for maybe around about 250,000 to 300. Renovate it with an extra 50, 70 grand on it. Make the bathroom clean, the kitchen clean, and get it to cash flow. So then get a tenant at 6 grand, 7 grand, whatever that's going to be. The moment that it starts, the rent starts coming in, you go to the bank and you evaluate that now also. And obviously, because you've cleaned it up and so on, they will come in and then they can be able to refinance. You bought it cash before, and you can be able to refinance it. Now, you don't have to refinance it for what it's worth. And I'm hoping that you bought it at a good price, 250, and its value is round about maybe, let's say, 550. What I do is that I don't take the bond for 550. I would take the bond for what I've just spent, or just shy that. So maybe I'll take in like just 300. So it gives me again the cash that I've initially put in. Well, TJ, you said 350. You're buying it for 250 to 350, and you're renovating at an additional 50. Yes, I did say that. It's learning numbers, right? Right. So let's assume that we have spent, let's say 350. I will take maybe 300, and only 300 is going to allow me to go into the next project. But the reality is that in about a year's time, I would be able to get all my money that I put into the profit, into the project, because the profit will be able to pay that money back. Does it make sense? So think of it in a different way. My good teacher, Robert Kiyosaki, says that don't work for money. Make money work for you, right? He's been well known to talk about, don't exchange your time. Rich people, actually in the book, there's another book that I'm really fond of, where he talks about rich people. It says rich people don't work for money, they work for assets. So they are continuously buying assets, right? But here today, I just wanted to focus on don't work for money. At the moment at your job, that's what you're doing. You're exchanging your time for the money. But start to get into the habit of how does your money work for you? So the 50 grand, the 50,000 that we're going to leave in the deal, that's now starting to work harder for you. Does it make sense? I'm hoping that this is giving you some great value. And if it is, you can shade with somebody else and say, hey, this cat here is giving us, spitting some fire, as my son would say, spitting fire. Right. Hey, my good friend, I apologize that I had to break this hot conversation, but this is very important for us to have a conversation. You might be one of those parents who are beginning to figure out or trying to ask yourself the question, am I doing enough for my kids, or am I doing enough for my retirement, or is my job that I am doing, climbing the corporate ladder and making all the sacrifices that you're doing right now, is it giving you enough? And I meet lots of parents that are asking themselves these questions. And the real question is that, is this really it? Well, my good friends, you are not alone. Many parents reach a point where they ask the questions, could there be other options? Could there be a better way to secure my future? And above that, is there a possible dream, or the dream of becoming financially freedom? Is it possible? Well, if you are asking yourself those questions, my good friends, you are at the right place. And the reason why I say you are at the right place is because I used to ask myself the same questions. I worked for all the banks that you can think of about here in South Africa. And I traveled throughout Africa, and I traveled throughout South Africa, making the bank great. However, this gave me so many skills. This gave me so many opportunities. And above that, I was able to take my kids to school. But here is the thing. I knew very well that this was not it. Whilst I was doing this, I started investing in real estate, as you all know, and you are here. And I started earning what is called alternative income. With that, I reached my financial goal 101, which was basically replacing my income. I did that at the age of 37. That was hallelujah. Achieving financial freedom and retiring at the age of 37. Then what? Then I started building my business, which is now giving me a greater return. And I now spend more time also teaching other people like you. With my years of investing in real estate in different strategies, from buying blocks of flats to student accommodation to doing flips, I then created a 3-part course that we do throughout the year. And we do this 3 times in a year over a weekend, and we call this the Making Money Masterclass. With my years of investing in real estate, from buying blocks of flats to student accommodation and doing flips, I then created a masterclass, which is an ongoing masterclass, and this happens 3 times in a year. My good friends, these weekends are generally packed with real strategies, real examples, and real guidance from myself and a few of the other powerhouse teachers that we also work with that have done the same thing, obviously gaining financial freedom. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. It's not. And I'm not trying to preach to you to say you can come into this class and then you become rich very quickly. No, it's about learning how to build a solid, smart income through real estate. This is not some get rich quick pitch or for you to think, you can leave your job tomorrow. No. This is not that. And this is not also about reckless investments and people just telling you, hey, you can go and do this. This is really about, my good friends, how to build a solid business, how to create smart income through real estate over a period of time. And if a guy like me can do it, I am sure you can be able to do it yourself. Now, if you are one of those people who are hardworking dads, or even you're a single mom, and you're thinking that you want to be able to give your kids more freedoms because you are available, and you can be able to create more choices, and you can leave a stronger foundations, then you belong into this room. We do this 3 times in a year. And it's just basically 3 weekends that you're setting yourself apart to come in and learn. And each learning each weekend, it has a different teacher. It has a different topic that we dive in. And if that is you, I want to invite you into that class for $997. It's not a lot of money. I'm sure you've spent more money in doing some stuff that you even regretted. But this time around, I'm saying for $997, you can change your game. You can start to do things differently, and potentially you can start to explore how real estate investments really works. And this can potentially be able to put you into a stepping stone towards your financial freedom. And my friend, this can create a peace of mind. And this is the life that you can design. It's not about us. We give you the work, we give you the guide, and together we can come in and we can do this. So my friends, your family deserves this. Your family deserves the best version of you. And this is out of all creating the freedom that we speak about. And you just thriving in your business. And above all, you being in control of your future. So I'm excited to see you at the next masterclass. And you can check out the link in terms of when is the next date. For $997, we'll see you in class. Strategy number 3, if we are to jump into it. Hey, by the way, my name is TJ. I'm just trying to help here. And I'm your friend. If this is making sense, hit the like button. And obviously, like I said, share it with somebody else. I'm going to land the plane on strategy number 3, but don't disconnect, because I'm going to give you a bonus. You know, Uncle TJ is great. He always gives you bonuses. In number 3, I'm going to share with you, it is what I call partnerships. Partnerships. 300 is not a lot of money, right? It's not a lot of money, but it's also a good money. Now, in real estate, you don't have to do it alone. There's an African proverb, I think, that says if you want to go far, walk with others. You know, you can say something like that. I've forgotten what it says. We'll put it in the comments, an African proverb that says, I've quoted that African proverb in one of my books, that if you're wanting to go further, obviously walk with others. That's what it basically says. Many people that have come and joined the TJ tribe, some of our teachings, they understand this concept of going with others, because another can bring in the cash, another can bring in renovations, another can bring in management, another can bring, and together you can start to move further. So pulling in, or should I say pulling around about 300k each. Maybe you don't have to come to the TJ tribe to do it. I'm just saying that you can do that. But I want to stress the fact that within your siblings, if you had to pull 300,000 each, and you got maybe 3 siblings, that's already close to R1,000,000. If you are ready to club in with another friend, that's already 1,200,000. And there's plenty of good deals that are there. And also what you're doing there, you're also spreading the risk. My good teacher, John Maxwell, says that it is only teamwork that makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what he says. But before I land the plane on this one, I just want to say this. Too many parents say that I will start when the house is paid up. I will start when the car is paid up. I'll start when the kids are older. I'll start when I get promoted. Here's the truth. You don't have that time. I'm going to say that again. You don't have that time. The sooner, the perfect time. There's another proverb that talks about when is the right time to plant a tree. And it says that the best time was 20 years ago, and the next best time is now. Right? So the perfect time, my good friend, is now. With what you've got. I want to stress that one out today. Today's video, yes, it is about, the strategies, but I want to hammer in the what you have. There's great strategies that I could tell you, and you could all get excited, but if they do not fit in with what you have, they are pointless for us to talk about. So I get irritated, I get highly disappointed with people that are wanting to do bigger things that they can't afford to do because they just heard so and so is doing it and they think that they can do it, but they are not educated, they don't have the mindset to do it, they don't have the resources to it. It's different when you have the mindset and you don't have the resources. Those are two different things, because your mindset can help you to navigate the terrain, right? But what I'm trying to say to you here is, especially if you're starting off, work with what you have. And that's why today I started off by saying to you that the back rooms, my good friends, it can be a good kick starter. It ain't sexy for me, but it can be a good starter for you. Does that make sense? Now, every Saturday we drop videos like these ones here in the TJ tribe, and if you're new, we drop them here. And these videos are intended to help you build your own income with purpose. So don't forget to share these videos, and also don't forget to subscribe. I want to say that I think around about 50% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So make some effort to subscribe. It just helps us to know that you're there, and it helps the team obviously to do more, and we can dedicate more resources in terms of adding value to you. Now, we're running a competition until the end of October. Some of the prizes that we're going to be given, they are going to be enjoyed in the month of November. So within this competition, it's very simple. All you need to do is to comment at the bottom. And whenever you hear this talking, and you're going to answer the question. So the question that I'm going to be asking is, what do you think the 4 flags that I've put behind me, what do they mean? What do they mean to TJ? The first flag is the United Kingdom. The other one is the USA. The other one is for Zimbabwe and for South Africa. Obviously, we are broadcasting all the time, and we do deals from South Africa, and that's our place for home. But what do you think it is? And I've seen a lot of people just posting, TJ, they've been answering the obvious.
Are you a Zimbabwean born? That's obvious. I wouldn't run a competition for that obvious thing. What do you think, right? Go a little bit deeper in your thinking. And we've got some prizes today. We are going to be sharing with you what is it that you're going to be winning. So prize number one, which is a couple of them, you are going to be having, if you are obviously based in South Africa, you are going to be getting signed copies of one of my books. As you all know, I'm an author. Those are all my books right there that I've written. So you can get a personalized message inside, and you can get a copy. And all you are going to be doing is to pay for courier when you have one. And obviously, we'll give out a shout out here on the next video, which will be in the month of November. So that is price number one. Price number one, a couple of them, right? There might be 5, there might be 10. I don't know how many prices. The more obviously you comment in there giving your thoughts, hey, the more we are going to give out those prices between now and the end of October. Then we're going to have a second tier of prizes, right? That was our first tier of prizes. The second tier of prizes is that you all know we've got a masterclass here that runs 3 times in a year. I am going to be giving free pass, right? It's online, so you can join from wherever you are. For just commenting, my good friends, you will get a value of $997. So we'll give you a free pass for the next Making Money Masterclass, and that's coming up in the month of November, right? And also, on top of that, you are going to be getting a one-on-one 20-minute coaching call with me, and we'll give that once, only to one person. However, the free pass, we may just be able to give it to a number of people. Then the grand prize, the grand prize, my good friends, it is going to be announced at the end of October. So the more you comment, the more you share, the more you're going to be engaging on the videos, particularly on these flags, or even just answering a question, we are going to be able to give you what we call the Tribe Legacy Pack. Dun, 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 dun. So what is the Tribe Legacy Pack? The Tribe Legacy Pack, it comprises of 3 of my books. I will give that away, yes. And also, we've got a workbook here that we teach on. You are also going to be getting that one. You will also be able to attend only once of the master class. So you're getting a free pass to the November masterclass. And then on top of that, I will give you a personal one-on-one strategy call that I will give. And we will record that. And who knows, maybe it could help out somebody else out there. Now, my good friends, all of these prices are up for grabs, right? They are ready to be won. All you need to do is to comment in the section, and you are answering the question, what do you think these flags means to me? But they may mean something else differently to you too. Hey, we want to hear about it. Or maybe it's just a comment. Whatever comment it is going to be in the comments, let us know, and we are just going to pick up random people. And in any of these categories, we've got multiple of those giveaways, and we'll be able to give you. Remember, if we're going to deliver anything to you, the price of courier will be on you. So we'll let you know how best. Obviously, if you have won, we will let you know. Until we meet each other again, happy flagging and investing.